Hey, what's going on, guys? Eddie here on the Fallibu channel, and I'll be streaming to you from inside of Verto Studio today, Verto Studio VR. And so far, what I can tell you about this program is because I've looked at it for quite a while. I've done so much more research on it than I've actually spent time using it. But it's a 3D modeling software for VR for Vive. I'm sure it might be available on other platforms. As a matter of fact, I'm positive it's AR. It's got an AR port, but uh, but yeah, I bought it for the Vive for 3D modeling in VR because 3D modeling in VR is just, for me, it's so much more fun. I feel like it's more efficient. I feel like I get more bang for my buck. I get to view it in its entirety, how it's intended to be viewed live, second to second, and just, I mean, without going off too far into a tangent. Uh, the way I see 3D modeling on a 2D monitor when I'm using Blender or whatnot is you're always looking at just a 2D rendered image, always. And that's the case even with VR as well. But still, you're looking at that uh, 2D image on your monitor, and your brain kind of has to fill in the gaps for whatever you know to be existing on the back of the model without actually being able to see the back of the model. And so that is being held in your memory. What I've noticed in VR working with 3D models is that because you can actually step and rotate and naturally around a model, your brain keeps that part that's being culled because you can't see still fresh in your memory. So it's almost as if you are standing next to the thing rather than just looking at it. And not only that, but scale is a big issue when it comes to creating VR assets. So this is just my first look video. I'm sorry if you're not liking hearing me ramble on about some of these things, but these are the things I think about when I was purchasing this software and my intentions for using it, and so I feel like it's pertinent. Uh, okay, so moving right along, the help. This thing, this was the first issue that I took with Verto Studio. I do like it on its for face value. I think it's great. I think it's exactly what I wanted. However, if I had seen the help file that was attached, I mean, that was available for this software, it would have secured my purchase a lot sooner. So the tutorial, I don't know. I haven't done the tutorial. Welcome to Verto Studio VR. To begin, add an object to the scene. All right, add. Okay. Yeah, I guess this would be good to do on stream. I mean, I already kind of know how to do it a little bit. This is my first time in the VR portion of Verto Studio VR, but I had a chance to play around with it on desktop just to see if it was even going to be what I wanted it to be, and it turns out it was. It was amazing, but we'll get to that. All right, so let's go ahead and every other tutorial you've ever seen has you bring a cube. All right, so here's the cube. Okay, well done. You can move your object by aiming at it and using the right trigger. Okay, so let's move it around. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah. Spiffy. Swipe the left touchpad. It's I mean I'll take a little step back from the tutorial because I think it's kind of funny like when I see stuff like Spiffy, because the thing is that I've seen a lot of videos from the dev of this software, and he's got a lot of personality, so like I can hear him saying Spiffy, and it's pretty awesome. Swipe the left touchpad to quickly change tools. Okay, swipe the left touchpad to quickly change tools. Let's swipe it. Oh, sweet. That will work. So dragging your finger left and right across the touchpad. Try scaling your object with the scale tool now. All right. I pressed the trigger I believe that took it. Oh no, probably just leaving it over it will add the select tool. I mean, we'll leave it on. Yeah, just moving the cursor over scale and then just letting go, I guess, activates it. Try scaling your object with the scale tool now. Okay. Boom. Heck yes. What is up? All right. Use the same touchpad to scroll up and down through the functions menu. You can also use the right touchpad while aiming at any scrollable menu. Okay. Use the same touchpad to scroll up and down. Oh, okay. Oh, there's so much more stuff here. Sweet. Well, and I kind of like, okay, because right now you have to, it's saying swipe, but really you're dragging. I always, whenever I hear swipe, I think of like, and the thing is I think this was on iOS before VR, but when I hear swipe, I think, like a flick. You know how you flick your finger across your smartphone screen or something. So I don't know. I'm probably in my head every time I see swipe, I'm going to be thinking drag and drag your finger down the touchpad. So let's learn how to get around. Press in on the right touchpad to teleport into any upright surface. Oh shoot! Okay, so before moving on, hold on. Teleport close enough to your object, then grab it using the grip buttons on your right controller. Grabbing is another way to manipulate 3D objects within your scene. So, um, how do I get down? All right. Oh, I guess I can reset, right? I don't know where that's at, but easy there, Rocketeers. Oh, I tried using the fly tool. Some people get motion sickness when flying around in 3D scenes in VR. Always teleport to a location first before using this tool if you can. Uh, oh, okay. Well, it did let me teleport down here this time. I didn't feel like it was letting me teleport at first. So, anyway, what I will say about this is, yes, oh, I see. It's that the render was like that. I didn't see it. The line was too flat. Okay, so what I will say about this is, okay, for anybody who doesn't know me, I'm an aspiring video game designer. I've been, it's my passion. It's what I've always, I've always loved graphic design in general and considered myself an artist. But, I think video games is a great way to express art interactively. And so I've been trying to make VR games, learned how to do it, spent about a year learning how to do it. Pretty close to a year, not a year yet, but getting there. And I feel really good about that decision. But I'm sorry, you're seeing me teleport back and forth around this thing because it does. Okay, so getting to the meat of my point. My point is that I intend to use Verto Studio for maybe some mock character design and maybe some level design. I use Google Blocks a lot for this right now, uh, but I feel like when I want to do more complex stuff than what Blocks will let me do, this is going to be the way to go. And as I get more comfortable using the tools, I might end up using this uh, more and more often, especially because the dev does seem pretty active. So I don't know. Maybe we'll get as more people use it and find more needs that are not being that are not currently being met. Maybe if it's at all possible, he'll start meeting those needs. And so anyway, my point is that I can see myself. Oh shoot! Okay, that's the fly mode. Nice. I am pretty good with VR though, so I got some pretty good VR legs. This is dope. I use fly mode in Blender a lot, and this is dang near the same thing. Yeah, I'm a fan of that. All right. Oh, and I like how it has a little you ease I don't know how to explain it. You ease into your stop. So like when you stop flying, um, you don't just immediately jarringly stop. Like it kind of slides you into a stop, and that's from what I know about deving for VR. That's pretty good practice. So this guy seems like he knows what he's doing as far as the application design. Uh, well, and the thing is I think this is a port. I think he made the AR version for it first, so this is a port from AR to VR. And this is pretty damn good implementation of what the VR interface should feel like. I like this a lot. Okay. Okay. So, sorry, I keep getting distracted by all the cool things in here. I need to just get it out. What I'm trying to say is that I would like to use Verto Studio for level design and level layout and stuff like that. And so to that end, being able to teleport around like this is how when I'm using, either the Steam VR interaction system in Unity or the VRTK SDK in Unity, like when you always add locomotion to your own project when building a little mini project or the start of a project so that you can get around as a developer. You want to be able to test, and well, I mean, you're not going to be able to test very much if you can't move around inside your own game. And so one of the first things I do is I'll build, a little level or a little mock level and add some locomotion and start teleporting around it with my new model or, my new models. And this will let me do that pretty effectively and pretty accurately, uh, right from within Verto Studio without having to import it into Unity, and then, make all the changes, update where I want it to go, and then press play and then run around. So this gives me a pretty good little mock-up of teleport locomotion, uh, which is pretty standard. So I mean, however you're going to move around in your own scene, locomotion was essentially thought of at some point as an option. So it shouldn't be too hard. But yeah, this is pretty good. So I could see myself making like a little room and then kind of just teleporting and making sure things are the right size and that it takes me, the correct amount of teleports to get around it. And, that's pretty cool. Okay, so I know I spent way too much time on this one screen, but the teleporting and the flying feel good. I can definitely see how some people might want to be cautious when it comes to the fly mode. It can be jarring for some people. The more you use it, the more you get used to it, though. I don't think you'll ever truly become immune, because I have some pretty good VR legs myself. But if frame rates drop low on a game during a stream, yeah, I mean, anybody's getting sick to that. So anyway, moving along. Teleport close enough to move to your object, then grab it using the grip buttons on your right controller. Grabbing is another way to manipulate 3D objects within your scene. Boom, quick grab, heck yes. Objects are editable. Okay. Oops, I need to turn fly off. How do I do that again? There it goes. Auto. That's cool. Yeah, that's the way it should be. Because the funny thing is again, this, if you're an indie dev, I mean, I haven't even gotten through everything this thing can do yet, but I feel like just the teleporting and the interactions alone, this is pretty much how you interact with things when you're deving on your own project in VR. So, it's gonna feel the same pretty much without having to jump between your 3D modeling software and Unity every step of the way. It kind of sucks. Objects are editable. Edit your object's polygonal structure by selecting it, then selecting the edit button. So I selected it, and I'm going to select the edit button. Let's load something more interesting. When ready, select done, edit. Oh, there's done edit. Well, first of all, I want to grab that and move it, and it works. And I want to grab that. Oh no, I didn't. Oh, I need to deselect that. Select that and move that. Oh, yes. This feels good. Like, I don't even know. Okay, how many? I don't know how many people will watch this video that are 3D modelers. The only thing I do kind of wish I know the grip to grab is here's a feature request. If I ever get the dev to watch this video, when you're not selecting anything, like when your hand is not inside of an object and you press grip to grab, have it move the world. Have it move the world around so that I don't know if you're familiar with Google Blocks, but when I grip grab while nothing's selected and twist, I rotate my modeling area around me. So instead of me having to continuously move around my model, it gives me a way to move my modeling area around myself. So there's an idea. All right, let's get that guy, bring it back over here. Let's get this out of there. This guy, this guy, this guy. Yeah, I mean, this is a pretty complex freaking shape. Like, to do this in Blender would be like, as accurately as I'm doing, and it's like I'm getting, that's exactly what I want. I can like, boom, put that right there. And I can say, okay, that's exactly where I wanted that. And I did it while just standing right here in front of the model. I didn't have to spin the model around 50 million times, dragging and dropping and locking axes. And, granted, it would be much more not effective, but precise on my end if I did use the snapping. But even just for freehand, just blocking something out real quick. It'd be like, for some reason, if you wanted a crazy shape like this, you're like, okay, boom, there's a crazy shape. Like, that's just ridiculous. It's just too easy to use. Okay. It says, let's load something more. I mean, this is pretty damn interesting to me, if you ask me. But, oh, you can see how it did. It split the quad right here on this by itself, and it triangulated these faces on its own. Like, that is pretty damn intelligent. I mean, I think Blocks does that as well to some degree, but to find that here also, yeah, you can see this. Well, I don't know if you can see from that camera view, but uh, you can see the faces got triangulated, and there's a line running through this quad from that vertex to that vertex. It triangulated that and triangulated that so that it could bend down the face of down the middle of the face. Okay, so moving on, says when you're ready, select done edit. Boom. Let's get rid of that. Okay, any Verto Studio scene can be loaded and edited in VR. This concludes the tutorial. When finished, select library to exit back to the home screen. Changes to this scene won't be saved. Oh, sweet. So, I mean, I'm hoping this was all stuff that was made in Verto Studio, because this is pretty dope. I mean, that is cool. If I could make stuff like this in here easily. I mean, the ease factor is really, because the thing is that I'm not a professional game designer. Oh, a parchment. Oh, a table. Shit. I didn't want to do that. Undo. Okay. I don't know yet if there is a hotkey press for undo, but we're gonna need that, and we're gonna need that ASAP, because clicking an undo button, no, not good. Oh, damn it. See. Alright, I'm gonna need to find that undo button. Huh. There we go. Oh, I can't grab this paper, I guess. Huh, interesting. I mean, there's no physics in here because this isn't a physics engine, but see, how did he get that in there? Had to have, okay. Oh, he probably rotated. Okay, I see. First of all, what the hell is this? Let's go ahead and. I'm pretty sure that was meant to be stuck together, so I'm gonna get it back to stuck together. There we go. That'll work. That's a pretty damn good looking phone. Oh, and oh shit, that chair is convincing. I almost tried to sit down in it. Hey, how's it going, GGNZ? I'm actually checking out Verto Studio for the first time today. It's a 3D modeling app for VR. I'm not going to do any modeling right now. I'm kind of just opening it for the first time and checking out what can be done in it. I would love to do some level design and character modeling in this, and it looks like I'm going to be able to do that. More importantly, I'm going to be able to do some retopology of my sculptures in here. I'll export them as OBJs from Masterpiece VR, load them up in here, and do some retopology on them. But let's see, this was the conclusion of the tutorial for this. It says any Verto Studio scene can be loaded and edited in VR. This concludes the tutorial. When finished, select Library to exit back to the home screen. Library to go back to the home screen. Yeah, let's create a new scene real quick. All right. Looks like we're gonna start out. Yeah, the market for entry on good V because there's all kinds of VR. I mean, there's like Google Cardboard for phone devices, Gear VR, and those are affordable. But to get to the higher end VR, uh, it's a lot more affordable than it was when I got into it. I want to say, it cost about $900 plus some pretty big upgrades to my PC to get it VR ready. But general VR ready specs is like an i5 4590 and a GTX 970 and a good amount of RAM because you're basically running two games at the same time, one to each eye. Uh, yeah, so I think the Rift is because I'm not a fanboy of either. I'm just a fan of VR in general. But Rift and Vive right now, the Rift, I've been suggesting it to friends. It's pretty good VR. I haven't used one myself, but everything I've seen doesn't look bad, and you can get room scale VR and the controllers look great. Myself personally, I use a Vive. I'm very happy with my purchase of the Vive. But it was pretty expensive. Both are a little bit more affordable now. I want to say the Rift has like a $400 package with the controllers and an extra lighthouse, and I think the Vive, I don't know, don't quote me on this, but I want to say it's like around $500 now, $600, somewhere around there, which Entrio is like 900. So, I mean, that's just to give you. Well, that's what's when walking around your house to do VR. That is what's known as room scale VR. And pretty much you need like 5 feet by 5 feet if something says that it needs room scale VR. But there are tons of seated experiences, especially for the Rift in particular, and anything, with less tracking than a Vive. The Vive focuses mostly on room scale because it does it very well. The Rift does room scale pretty well from everything I've read, and but it also focuses a lot on seated experience. So it's built for like a person to like sit at their desk and stuff like that. All right, let's see here. Let's create some stuff too. Edit. Let's get some snap to grid going. That's cool. All right, let's see what else we can do with this. Mm, looking for mesh. Okay, face select. Boom, there we go. Extrude. Oh, it still has snap to grid on. Okay, well let's yeah. Okay, I want to move that. I don't see that. That's a deleted link. Okay, here we go. I want to do move, and I want to drag that up. Okay, nope, that's not what I want to do. So I want to extrude, but then I want to drag it up. I need to be able to figure out how to do that. Oh, okay. Well, there we go. Maybe that'll help. See, because, oh, there it is. Okay. Usually Y is up. That is not the case here. So it's probably Z. No? Interesting. X? Yeah, that looks like what we're looking for. But that's going that way. I don't want that to go that way. Okay, I got it. I got it. I got it. So this is, yeah, okay, constraining axes. Oops. There we go. So if you want it to go straight up, you only leave, yeah, Y is up. So you only, oh, wow. Okay. Oh, wow, this is pretty cool. Yeah, see that Samsung Gear VR, you're gonna, I mean, it's some decent, VR, but you're not gonna be able to do stuff like this on it. This is all, because the thing is that a Gear VR is basically using, your phone as the computer, and it's just displaying what's on the phone into your HMD. But stuff like this is going to require some pretty heavy computing power. So this is actually being run off of my computer into virtual reality. That is interesting though. I wonder what it would take or how much could get done, because the thing is that this software did have an AR version that runs on iOS. So I think, that is interesting. I wonder. Sure, right? Yeah, I mean, this is working so far. I'm gonna go back over to extrude. Just have the x-axis. No. Yeah, if I wanted to do like a ramp, you know what? We're gonna rock this. Let's do it. Mm. You know what? I'm gonna undo that one though, and I'm gonna select the z-axis. Oh no, not that one. The y-axis. Sorry. Boom. Okay, now we're gonna try something. Let's go to face tools. Let's go to subdivide. Okay, it subdivided it and it updated those too. Sweet. All right, so I'm gonna grab that one and let's subdivide again. See, the thing is, let's see. Before I complain about it, let me make sure that I can't do it. Okay, I'm not seeing a cut tool. Unless the subdivide works in a way, no, that's exactly how it just it just subdivides it. I would like an like a cut tool that would let me make an edge loop tool. That's interesting. I wonder if it's doable. Because the thing is that it has select edge ring here, so at some point thought was given to edge rings. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool when that comes. Oh yeah. If you're looking for something for just PC and mobile, just get some games going and some like watching movies and stuff in VR. Yeah, dude, that would definitely work for sure. All right, let's go to undo. Let's go back to extrude, but not that way. Oh wait, you know what? That's the only way I do want to go. Boom. Oh, that's pretty cool. This is gonna help do some level design. And the thing is that I have flying as an ability in my game that I'm working on. So, yeah, like being able to fly around the scene just to make sure that it's all gonna work right. That's pretty dope. I ain't gonna lie. Um, I'm not familiar with those components, but I think you need 16 gigs of RAM. Oh wait, it's an i3? No, I think for like for phone stuff and for some PC stuff, I think most PC VR stuff is i5 minimum, I believe. I could be wrong, but from what I know, I think that's what it is. Oops, keep missing that. All right, I want to select that face. I want to extrude it, but not that direction. Oops. Let's go to face. Nope. Okay. Mesh. Nope. Hmm. Wow. Or if you look over here on the left side, it shows you like specific settings for all of these things. So like the move, when I extrude, it's only going to go up. I want it to only go that way. Wow. You make some stairs here. Why not, right? Yeah, I'm going to need an undo button. I don't want to have to click undo every time. So, uh, yeah, I think I'm going to, I can't teleport around in Google Blocks. So that's definitely one step up, that this thing has. The only, that's going to be very useful when it comes to designing my levels, being able to teleport around them as a player would. Okay, that's pretty dope. Oh, okay. Let's see here. Oh, I'm gonna get back down. All right, let's extrude. Let's extrude that one. Oh, not that direction though. Huh. It's gonna take some getting used to. I mean, this is doing some really freaking complex shapes. Wow. I mean, the thing is that precision tools do require you to be precise, though. So, I mean, that's going to take some practice. Yeah, I'm going to have to use this to do some level design. So let me see, how long are we running on here? All right, yeah, I've been at this for like 37 minutes. I think we covered a pretty good first look at what can be done. Mm, select all tries. Yeah, separate. This is good stuff. I mean, this is all pretty elaborate stuff. Show pivot, snap to grid, snap to faces, snap to vertices, snap to edges, cut, copy, paste, union, intersect. Okay, you know what? I know this is one of the things that was done in the last update. So how do I get back to object mode? I'm gonna click done edit. Oh, and it shaded it for me. Nice. I like that. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, click away from there. I'm gonna go to add. Auto first. Add a cube. Let me add a cube. Okay. Bring it over here. I'm using the while I have it trigger to select it, I'm using this wipe up and swipe down on the D-pad to move it closer and further away from me. That's pretty cool. Alright, so I'm gonna scale this real quick. And then bring it back over here. Alright, so I don't quite know how to use this subtract yet. Oh, okay, you have to use select, I bet then. Oops, no, don't do that. Undo. Union? Oh, that would get it back together. Okay, undo. Chisel? No. Merge. No, didn't want to do that either. Huh. Oh, what is this? Okay, that selected everything. Huh. This is very strange. I'm not sure exactly how this works. You must overlap only objects bounding box to perform subtract. Oh, only their bounding box. Okay, let me try it. Maybe I can pull the bounding box away from this? I don't know. Oh, wait, no, okay. I've been I've been doing a whole bunch of stuff here. Whoops. Okay, so let's I don't know how this selection tool works. This is pretty crazy. All right. Let's try to subtract that. Nope. Intersect it. I don't know. I'm gonna have to figure that out. Okay, one of the things I did want to check out though is let me show you one of the things I can do. This is why I bought this. Okay. So let's fix this chick. We're going to rotate her on the x-axis. Backspace, 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 backspace. 90 degrees. No? Hmm. Okay, let's try this one too. Hmm. Let's try this one too. Because the thing is, I'm not sure exactly what, when it was exported from Masterpiece VR, what set of. Alright, I'm pretty sure. Okay, that should be 0. Perfect. Let's move it up. Why is it not moving up? Oh, oops. It's because I need to do the inverse. And the thing is I didn't do it right here because I'm not comfortable with it yet, but I could have moved the pivot of her to the bottom and then done snap to grid. Oh, she has a little hole in her ear or something. I don't like that. Okay, okay, okay. So let me just show you why I bought this. And I haven't actually tried to do it in VR, but I was able to do it last night on the computer. Okay, so I'm going to add a plane. And I will bring that over here. I'm going to scale this down a whole bunch. And then bring it over here. Scale it down a whole bunch more. Get Swifty. It's hard to grab a plane, by the way. All right, so check it out. This is what we're going to do. First of all, we're going to turn on snap to faces, okay? And then with this selected here, we're going to go into edit mode, okay? And then I'm going to grab this vertex, I'm going to drag it, boom, right there. And then I'm going to grab this vertex, I'm going to drag it, boom, right there. And this vertex, I drag it right there, and you see, I don't know if you can see it or not, but it's like, I'm not putting it directly on the face. It's just snapping there. I'm having trouble grabbing that vertex. Why can I not grab a vertex? Here we go. Okay, so now, now you might not be able to see it here, but let's go ahead and I'll grab those. That didn't work. Undo. Okay. Why is it not extruding? Okay, I've got two. Okay. Oh, okay. I've probably been like just stacking them up there. Oops. All right, let's try to do this again. Let's select. I'll select these. I know if I have select, I think it will just start selecting them as I click. This selection method is definitely strange. It's going to take some getting used to. Okay. So I do want to extrude. Why is it not extruding? Oh, there it is. I'm sorry, user error. That was my bad. Oh, snap. How do I want to select multiple things at the same time? How do I select multiple things at the same time, I wonder? Box? Oh, there it is. That's what I wanted. Okay. But then how do I deselect that? There we go. That's what I wanted to do. As a matter of fact, paint me this one too. Okay. Extrude and move down. Okay, let's click done edit. Let me hide this check real quick. Okay, I did not extrude. So let me click back. Oops. I was on the fly tool. Let me click back on this. As a matter of fact, let me just undo. Okay. I'll click on the move first and then extrude that and drag that. There we go. That will work. Okay, so now I'll go back to the deselect, and I'll select this. Bring that there. Alright, got that there. You know what, I mean, I'm not doing good topology here. I'm just showing that it can be done. Huh, this is pretty cool. Oh, it won't let me teleport to her as a surface. This is pretty cool, though. Alright, let's try to... Oh, dang it. I forgot to move the tool back. Alright. Man, I wish I could just grab this VRtist with the grips, because it's kind of hard to see it. Well, I mean, I guess I could have the paint select on. There we go. Back to the move. Alright, alright, alright. And now, go back to select. Paint those. I wonder if I can fill that. Huh. I did not see a fill option. Maybe it would be under face. Create new, maybe? I don't know what that did. I don't know what that did. I'll just undo everything. Okay. But yeah, you can start seeing, let's see, let me hide this chick. Done edit, hide her. You can see, like, I'm starting to do the retopology of the face now. And I mean, the shading, I could probably take the shading off, but But yeah, you get the idea. Let me go back to select. Now oh wait, now I need to get that first. Edit. Paint these 3. Let's move, extrude. Boom, right there. Unselect. About right there. And see, with a little practice, I'm sure, you know, I'll get to doing retopology, manual retopology in no time. Okay. So what we can do over here is okay. That'll work. Move that around up there. So why not? You have to use select to do multi-select. And I might be using this wrong, but I feel like I have to have it on move every time I use extrude. I don't know. Maybe, like I said, maybe I'm wrong. Now see, all of these things are just snapping to the edge. Boom, and it's just, man, I don't know if anybody who's done manual retopology, like, let me know what you think. Because the way this is handled, I've used B surfaces in Blender. I've used the draw tool with Maya. I've tried some auto retopology options. And it's just one of those things, if you really want to have some good topology for, 3D animation and stuff, like it's one of those things you kind of just gotta put in the work, you know what I mean? And so I don't know. this is one way of putting in the work, I guess. And it doesn't feel terrible. Like there's obviously a learning curve. There's a little bit to get used to. How do I weld? Oh no, that just takes them together. Didn't want to do that. Okay, well let me try to do a hmm. Yeah, this is kind of one of those things like it's just comes down to where do you want your edge loops to go? And I think I want mine to run across like that. Boom. So I will bring that down. All right, all right. So let's get this going over here. Paint these. Boom, boom. Move, extrude, drag to the center. Now I've got 4 vertices here. But I wonder if I can create them a new face or fill them. No, that didn't work. Nope. Maybe add plane? Nope, that didn't work. I don't know. I don't know how to create like a face fill tool is what I need. That would be great there. Oh, you know what? Okay, I have an idea. What we're gonna do is paint that, move, extrude, bring it up a little bit. Boom. I'm just gonna grab just that one, move it there. Boom. Oh, wait, what the hell just happened? No. Okay, I did it wrong, but I think the idea was still good. So we're gonna try it again. Okay, but this time what we're gonna do is we're going to select all of those and go to, no, create new. Boom, got it. All right. So let's clean it up a little bit. Oh, hey, what's going on? Some random person. Yeah, it's cool. Yeah, I've been seeing, I've been watching. I've been doing a lot of cool things in Modbox, trying to make some assets here. Squeeze them in. I like to go play some Modbox. Modbox is dope as shit if you like creative apps. That's another one. Like I said, video game making is one of the most creative ways to express yourself. Uh, right there. So you can kind of pull these things out. If you can't really see them, you just pull it out. If you still can't see it, well then you might need to, I don't know. Yeah, that's gonna be my 5. That's gonna be my point there. Yeah, so I got this app on sale for like, oh wait, what the hell happened there? There we go. Oh, I probably moved a whole bunch of junk around or something. Yeah, so I got Verto Studio on sale, and only because I was a little skeptical and there wasn't a whole lot of resources, and like Dwight from Left 4 Dead, I've been burned before. Sorry, I was watching Talking Dead last night. That's a joke from there. And so anyway, you know, it seems like what I can do for topology just in the snapping alone is worth the price that I paid to be able to do this in VR rather than on my computer. And I'll get faster. I'll get closer. I mean, I'll get used to the tools just like with any other software. Let's hide her and see what we have here. So you can kind of start seeing the topology come together now. I don't know how I deleted that face, but I'm going to need that back. Oh, I didn't. It needs to be flipped or something. Or it's the shading. Let me see if I can get rid of that shading. Okay, let's go to, where do we want to go to? Properties. Let's check drawing mode. No. Visibility. No. More. No. Material groups. This is looking good. Okay. No texture. That's fine. It's the shader that needs to go. Oh, that's reflective environment mapping. That is pretty dope. I mean, I don't think I'd be able to use a lot of that stuff in Unity because they're shaders, but still, just to get an idea. Okay, I think what it is that I need to give all of this here a pretty good smoothing over. So let me go ahead and do that. I'm pretty sure just go to edit, right? Mesh, set smooth. There we go. That looks much better. Right? Yeah, that's what, like, if you were doing this in Blender, that's what you would expect to see. I mean, it's got a few extra creases here on the triangles, but you know, that's how you start the retopology in Blender. That's how you retopologize a face, and I did that here in VR, and so far this is the only software that I've come across that will let me do it in this fashion. So I think that is super interesting, for whatever that's worth. Okay, so I realized the quality of this video was pretty poor, and You know, it was not very fast and it was not very well put together. But the bottom line is that this video was not for you guys. This video was for me because the bottom line is there are no user videos using this software yet. And so I would like to refer back to my own when I'm trying to remember my techniques. What have I done before? What worked? What didn't work? How did I do certain things that I wanted to do? You know, I'll be able to reference my own videos on how to do that. So that's what this video is for, is for me to come back and, hey, you know what? If you're interested, if you want to see something made, built, or if you want to see some new techniques, or you want to just, see a video with purpose using Verto Studio, hit me up in the comments. Yeah, I'll definitely, if it's doable, if it's within my capabilities, I would definitely love to produce something that people are interested in seeing outside of the time that I'm spending on my own projects. Because this chick, she was for another mini project game that I was working on. I might still use her at some point, but I kind of set that on the back burner to work on something else that I've been having a lot of fun with. I'm building a lot of traction with. So keep an eye out for that. So I guess that's going to go ahead and conclude this video. This was using Verto Studio. I'll leave a description in the link. This is one of the first user-made videos for this software. And so far, I mean, it looks pretty good. This is a little different as far as the UI design, but it's not bad. It's not bad. It's pretty good. I like it. I can see myself using this, especially since it's one of the only tools of its kind that allows you to do these kinds of things. I could spend some time comparing it to other softwares, except that I don't own those other softwares. And of all the ones that I could buy, I chose this one because it seemed like the closest option for what I wanted to do. And with that being said, I don't regret it. I spent my own money to buy this software, and I do not regret doing that. So I guess that's going to go ahead and conclude this. Till next time, it's been Eddie on the Fallible channel, streaming to you from inside of Verto Studio VR. Take it easy, guys.